Alrighty everyone, it's your almighty Loaf here, back again with another tier list video, and today I'm going to be finally doing the video that I've been waiting to do for quite some time really. I mean, since July, since I did my last tier list video for Phase 4, but finally Black Panther Wakanda Forever is officially out, and I'm able to do my whole Phase 4 tier list video for you guys, and this is the tier list video of what I rank these shows and movies from the best to the weakest. So without further ado, you guys, I'm really excited to do this. And then after I do this video, I'm gonna be doing my anticipation tier list video um, for Phase 5 and 6. So I'm really excited about that. But without further ado, let's get right into this. First up, we got Moon Knight. You know where I'm gonna put this. Moon Knight is for me an S tier show. I love Moon Knight, guys. I mean, Oscar Isaac fucking murdered this role. He was amazing. I think it's really just what he did with that role. He was incredible, and he really carried this show. Or carried these 6 episodes in this show. It was really just awesome, and I love that now we're getting more darker MCU with this show, and of course, Werewolf by Night. And I'm just so happy to really see that, and it's gonna pave the way for more darker MCU in the future, and especially with the Blade movie coming out in 2024. But man, this show was awesome. I mean, it was everything I wanted this show to be and more, and it delivered. I think the only complaints I have with this show are that, for one, the CGI is pretty bad. Not gonna lie, it is really bad. And the ending, I was not a fan of the ending, to be honest. The ending was, I was expecting more, but it was kind of a lackluster ending. But I love this show no matter what, and I think it's an S tier show. I love it. Next up is Eternals. I gotta put this on my D list, D tier list. It is definitely one of the weakest MCU projects, and it's a project I was looking forward to so much until I really watched the movie, and I was very disappointed by it. I mean, first up, this movie really, most of the time, was, not gonna lie, it was, how do I want to say it? It was a little too jokey at times, in my opinion. I thought the movie was a little bit. I feel like this movie should have been a little bit more serious at times, and most of the times it should have been serious. But most of the I say what I say most of the I mean, half of the movie was serious and funny, but I feel like it was a little bit more, just a little bit, had a little bit more comedy, and I feel like this movie should have been a little bit more serious at times, instead of having comedy all over the place. And I didn't like the fact that this movie had a lot of product placement. I wasn't really a fan of the whole product placement thing to it, of this movie. I think it was very distracting. I also didn't like the villain. I think the villain was very lackluster and pretty forgettable. But visually, this movie was stunning, and the cast was incredible. And the music soundtrack was, oh my god, it was amazing. But I'm disappointed because I was really looking forward to this movie so much, and the trailers looked amazing, and this movie's kind of, it's a disappointment, man. It's not, like, a bad movie by any means, but I was expecting more. I was expecting better, and sadly, it didn't deliver. And that goes with saying, uh, right here, I would definitely also say Black Widow, but I believe Black Widow is a better movie than Eternals, in my opinion. Um, Honestly, this this movie wasn't bad, but the CGI was really, really, really bad, and I think at times it was way also just like what I said about Eternals, it was way too jokey. But this was the first MCU movie in a long time that I saw in theaters. This is the first movie I saw in theaters, and it was really such really incredible moment because it's been like forever since I've seen a movie in theaters, and the last time I saw a movie in theaters was Rise of to Skywalker, and to really go back to the cinema and watch this movie or just go to the cinemas in general, it was just really incredible, and I really had such a great time. And it was really an unforgettable experience. But Black Widow, it's all right. It's okay. Nothing bad, nothing special either. But it was the first movie that I watched in theaters, and I'm happy that it really gave me an experience that I'm not gonna forget. And I would definitely watch this again. I would definitely watch Black Widow again. But yeah, Black Widow, it's all right. And next up, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I know, guys. I said this before that this was my best film before Thor: Love and Thunder and Doctor Strange, not Doctor Strange. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever came out. Um, but now thinking about it, I only said this was the best movie or the top three movie because of the cameos. In fact, this movie was just disappointing, honestly. I mean, I was expecting more. I think the movie should have been a little bit longer, and I think it would have been. We were all expecting this movie, for me, anyways. I was expecting them to explore more universes, and they only explored like two universes. I mean, listen, the cameos were excellent, but at times this movie just it felt like it could have been a little bit more. I think I really just think that this movie could have been a little bit more. I mean, Wanda as a villain wasn't too bad. Um, what was another th- what was another thing in this movie? I don't know. That's really about it. I mean, our expectations were so high for this movie, yet it was just like we were all wondering that this movie was going to be something more, and I thought this movie was going to be something more. It's kind of a disappointment. I don't know. I That's how I feel about this. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Next up, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I gotta put this on the B list, man. I really love Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I think it's a very solid show, and it really sets up perfectly for Anthony Mackie's character, Sam Wilson, as trying to become lit. It really explores the great character development of Sam Wilson not really accepting his shall I say, I don't know if this is the right word to use, his fate as Captain America. But later on in the show, you see him now accepting the shield, and he becomes Captain America. And that moment right there was, oh man, that was an incredible moment, and I can't wait to see him in his own Captain America movie in 2024. And it's really great to see that we're getting to see these side characters now becoming their protagonists of their own movies. I mean, the side characters that we've known beforehand in the previous Marvel movies, previous MCU movies, are now becoming those main characters, and it's really incredible to see. And I really liked it. I mean, Falcon and the Winter Soldier's chemistry was fun. Um, the villain is eh. I mean, the villain was eh, but it was it really sets up the future of the MCU, and I can't wait to see that future coming into the movies, really. Because I mean, this show gave us everything to really look forward to in the future of the MCU, and all these characters that we see in this show are now going to be in the movies, which is really damn sick. And this show was a lot of fun. And I, I would say before before uh, before Loki, this was really my favorite show before Loki, and I really enjoyed it. But yeah, it's a solid show. I really love Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But for me, I wouldn't really consider this to be an S tier or an A tier. Because, I mean, it does suffer from a lackluster villain. Um, but a lackluster villain and some story issues here and there. But it's still a fun show, and I really enjoy Falcon and Winter Soldier. And next up, we have Hawkeye. Hawkeye is a really fun show. I really, really, really enjoyed Hawkeye, and I'm thinking about actually watching it again because since Christmas is, the holidays are coming up, I want to watch this again because this show it's a lot of fun. It's really so much fun, and Haley Steinfeld as Kate Bishop is she freaking ate that role up. She slayed, and she was incredible, and she was amazing. And I can't wait to see more of her in the future of the MCU. Um, it was really such a fun show, and I love just the Christmas theme of the show, and getting to see one of the most popular villains, or like one of the most popular Marvel characters of all time coming back on screen since Daredevil season 3 was incredible. And you guys know who I'm talking about. Kingpin. Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin. Man, was that an incredible moment. That right there was an incredible moment right there. I mean, this show was so much fun, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. And I'm definitely gonna rewatch it soon because it's such an awesome show, and I really think it's a lot of fun. You know what? Actually, I'm thinking about putting it on my A tier. This right here, I'm putting it on A tier right now. And then next up, right here is What If. It's a solid show right here. It's a really great animated show. Uh, it's you get to see different episodes of what if this happened differently and what if this happened differently. But what was really cool about this show is that until the end, you got to see all those different characters, those different what if characters come together and this vision, fight this like vision with an infinity gauntlet. And it was such a badass moment, and I loved it. And it was really great to see that, and I can't wait to see season 2, which is coming out next year. So yeah. Oh, you guys know where I'm putting this. Shang-Chi, bro, Shang-Chi was fire, man. Shang-Chi was so much fun. I mean, this movie was such a great experience. I mean, the soundtrack was incredible. The action sequences were amazing. The visuals were beautiful. And Simu as Shang-Chi, man, he's awesome. I mean, this is one of those this movie right here had me hyped. Like literally had me hyped when Marvel dropped their first, I'd say dropped their first trailer for a new movie that honestly we haven't even seen this was a time when we haven't seen any other trailers drop out for like any big movies uh, besides Black Widow. And once they dropped that trailer, man, my hype level was at an all-time high, and I couldn't wait to watch this movie. And when I finally watched this movie, guys, it was fucking badass. I love this movie, guys. This movie is so much fun, and it's really, I'd say, the whole like top 3 of the best in the MCU, and it's so much fun. It's just, I love this movie, guys. It's everything, just from the soundtrack to the action to the visuals. It was beautiful, and I loved every minute of it. And I can't wait to see more of Shang-Chi in the future of the MCU, and especially you know the movie, of course, and the sequel, of course. I'm really excited about that, and Shang-Chi was so much fun. And of course, you guys know where I'm putting this: Spider-Man: No Way Home. Man, oh man, was that the best experience, best movie theater experience of all time, and just the best MCU movie of I'd say all time, and possibly of Phase, and definitely, well, not possibly, but definitely of Phase 4. I mean, this movie gave us everything we wanted to see. It gave us everything we wanted to see. And not only was this just an MCU Spider-Man movie, but this was a culmination of all the Spider-Man movies from the Tobey Maguire films and the Andrew films, all coming together in this one film. And it was just, oh my god, it was awesome. And seeing all these villains was incredible. It was amazing. But what was also amazing, guys, was when we finally got to see the big three. And you know who it is: Toby, Andrew, and Tom on screen. And that sequence alone, oh my god, 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 oh my god. I One of the best movie theater experience, guys. It was I could it's still in my head, man. That experience was incredible. I loved every minute of this movie, and it was perfect. And it's really just a Spider-Man movie that also really has great character development, and you see him change throughout this movie. And especially Tom Holland's Spider-Man in the beginning of the movie, that he's officially exposed, and he tries to basically hide this truth, or hide this, well, not, people already know his truth already about who he is, but he's trying to make people forget. And then all of a sudden this curse comes along, and now he's in this big moment. And in that big moment, later in that big moment, when that happens, uh he wants to try to bring to really bring everyone back. But bringing everyone back means that everyone's going to forget about him completely. And it really shows that right now, it really shows that this time you see the full growth of Spider-Man. And this time Peter is alone, and he has to take responsibility, big responsibility, without anyone really knowing who he is in the end of the movie. And he making his own suit, man, that was, oh my god, that was awesome. uh I mean, Spider-Man: No Way Home was an unforgettable cinematic experience. I loved every minute of it. And it's just a perfect movie, guys. I love it. I love this movie. Next up, we have WandaVision. This show right here was awesome. I mean, WandaVision was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, and it really was the first show, or the first MCU content we had in really a long time. And it was really such a great feeling to really finally see MCU content since 2019, when Spider-Man: Far From Home came out. That was the last time we saw, before the whole pandemic stuff happened. This was the last time we saw an MCU content, or just MCU in general. Spider-Man: Far From Home. And now it was really such a great opportunity to start 2021 with this. And this show was amazing, and it was really such an incredible show from start to finish. And it was the first show, or first part of Phase 4, that sets up the bigger picture for Phase 4, or Phase 4, or the future of the MCU. Setting with the two post credit scenes of Wanda, hearing her children, and setting up Doctor Strange. And then the whole Skrull situation with Monica, with the whole Skrull and Monica Skrull, what am I saying? Monica meeting a scroll and seeing somebody up, and that scroll taking that person up there, or whoever it is, Talos. It was such a cool scene. I mean, this show was so much fun. It was really an incredible experience, and Soups always says, uh, the WandaVision era was undefeated, and I have to agree that time it was really undefeated, and it was just awesome, and I love it. Next up, we got Loki. You know where I'm putting this? This is the S tier. I love Loki. I love, 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 love Loki. I mean, if you don't have this as your S tier show, I mean, I don't even know, because this show is peak. I mean, this show is peak. This show gave us so many unique and interesting things. I mean, with time travel, uh, with time travel, variants, Loki variants, and the introduction to the multiverse, and especially Kang, or as he's in the show described as the He Who Remains. I mean, this show was really it's really easily one of my favorite Disney Plus shows, and I love everything about Loki. I mean, just everything from the episodes and the anticipation. I just remember the hype and anticipation from watching these different kinds of episodes, and seeing how much this show really grew on people. I'd say it really grew on the entire MCU fandom, and this show was really the best we've ever seen. I mean, memes were pouring out, and this show was massive. And we're getting season 2 next year, and I'm so excited about this. I love Loki. Loki, it's such an incredible show. It's so much fun to watch, and I'm really thinking about watching it again. It's such an awesome show. I mean, it introduced a lot of things, uh, for the MCU, and of course the future of the MCU, which is now gonna be known as the multiverse saga. Um, with the time with the multiverse and the variants, it was awesome. I love it. I mean, Loki is the pinnacle of great MCU shows, and this is just it's awesome. I love Loki, guys. Loki is awesome. Next up, gotta go with putting She-Hulk at on the C tier. Yeah. Uh She-Hulk is She-Hulk is alright. I mean, the comedy was very cringe. The writing was eh. I mean, the show was just eh, and the CGI was just eh. Um, I mean, I like Tatiana as She-Hulk. I think she was really good in this role. I think she's really great, and I can't wait to. I keep saying that all the time. I can't wait to see more of her in the MCU. But this show was just it was okay. I mean, it was just okay. It was all right. Um, I think it's definitely one of the weakest ones, the weakest show of this year. And yeah, that's all I really have to say about She-Hulk. It's just okay. That's all I really have to say today. So yeah. Next up, we have Miss Marvel. Um, Miss Marvel is a B tier list. I really like Miss Marvel. I know a lot of people. I know there's a lot of people out there don't really like Miss Marvel, or would say most people don't like Miss Marvel, but I really like Miss Marvel. I think it's a solid show. It's a really fun show. I love just the Pakistani culture put into this show. It's really beautiful, and the soundtrack is really beautiful. It really was such a fun show. I really enjoyed it. Iman Vellani who plays Miss Marvel, is incredible. And it's just a fun show, guys. I mean, it sucks to see that in a day and age that people are complaining about this show. Like why? Why are we complaining about it? Why are we complaining about this show? It just and being overly political. It's just a fun. It's just a show in the end of the day, and enjoy it, have a good time, and that's it. And that's exactly that. You really get an enjoyment. For me, I get enjoyment with this show. It's fun, it's enjoyable, and I never think about any politics with it. Like, why would you put politics with this show? It just ugh, because everyone gets political and talk about this whole thing with stuff of politics with this show, and like just move past that. Just watch this show, enjoy it, and that's it. And you know, for me, I had enjoyment with the show, and I really enjoyed it. I mean, the villain was quite lackluster, forgettable, but it's still an enjoyable show, and that's really what I really like about Miss Marvel. So yeah. Next up, we got Thor: Love and Thunder. Honestly, I'm gonna have to put this on the D tier list. I had it at B, but this movie is just as worse than I really remember it to be. I mean, this movie, honestly, I feel like Thor: Love and Thunder should have never been made to begin with. I feel like it was really unnecessary. I think Thor Ragnarok was such a perfect conclusion, and it should have stayed that way. And Thor 4 was a film that I had so much hype for and so much excitement. I really thought it might be at least pretty good. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be better than Ragnarok, but I had hype and excitement for this. And because of the trailer and the music of the trailer and what this trailer really looked like. But it's just, yeah, it's really meh, and it's not really that great, to be honest. Uh, the movie really suffers from, for one, lack of character development. Two, jokes all over the place. Um, and three, what's three? I don't even know. I guess those are really the lack of character development, jokes all over the place, and that's that's really all I have to say about that. I mean, it's just it just should have never been. Honestly, this movie should have never been made to begin with. I mean, the thing I really did like about Love and Thunder, to be honest with you guys, I think I really loved the fact I really liked Christian Bale as a villain. I think he did such a great job as a villain, even though I did believe he did not get a lot of character development or character. Well, I mean, he had character development, but it wasn't. He didn't have uh, he didn't have this huge character development, or I don't know, huge character development in this um in this movie. That's another thing I wasn't a fan of. The CGI was pretty lackluster. I mean, also getting to see that moment when what's his name? What was this guy's name? Um, Heimdall. When we got to see Heimdall's son in that CGI moment, man, that was really freaking bad. It looked so much like a freaking Disney XD or Disney show. like a Disney Shore Disney movie. It really looked bad. And what else? What else did I not like about? What else did I not like about Thor: Love and Thunder? I don't know. I think honestly, just Thor: Love and Thunder is just disappointing. I think it really lacks in character development. The comedy's all over the place. The CGI is really bad. But the action sequences are fun. And the post credit scene was pretty cool. I really enjoyed the post credit scene, but Thor: Love and Thunder should have never been made to begin with. Honestly, I personally don't. I personally think this movie should have never been made to begin with. It just was. I don't know. It just was one of those movies that it was like, why did this need to be made and to begin with? And Ragnarok is so much better in my opinion. Ragnarok is such a great movie, and even better because it knew like that this movie it knew like when to not be overly jokey. It was a mixture between being funny and having drama, and it did so perfectly, and that movie is so much better than Love and Thunder in my opinion. And that's that. I mean, I this there's really no point in why I don't know why this movie was being made in the begin with, but hey, it's made and it's out and it's lackluster. So yeah. And then next up, you know where I'm putting this film at? Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. This movie is amazing. I love Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. It's an incredible experience. And this movie was just for me. It was every from start to finish was perfect. The characters, the story, the setup, and the pacing in the movie was everything I wanted this movie to be and more. And Talo Khan, man, Talo Khan was beautiful. Is beautiful, not was beautiful. I don't know why I say was beautiful. Talo Khan is beautiful. Namor is Tenoch Huerta as Namor is incredible. Uh, this movie was just an incredible movie experience, and I would 1000% watch this movie again because it's definitely one of those movies that is really rewatchable, and it's a movie I would definitely 1000% watch again. It was fun. It was it was sad. Yet it really gave us an MCU movie that honestly I was waiting for quite some time after you know after those two movies after Doctor Strange and Thor came out. I had so much high hopes that this movie would be better than those movies, and man oh man are those movies. I mean, obviously, even I'd say obviously better. We all knew this movie is defeats those movies. This is easily the best movie of I'd say the best movie of best Marvel movie of this year, and easily 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 one of the best of Phase 4. So yes, guys, this is all my tier list. This is everything on here for Phase 4. As you could tell, Secret Invasion is not released and it's part of Phase 5. I know Werewolf by Night is not on here, but if I were to put it on here, I would definitely also put this on S tier because Werewolf by Night is awesome and I love that show. That show was a lot of fun and I love everything about it from the old school monster film look, and the different sequences that happen. It was really awesome and it really paves the way for more darker MCU, and I really like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Phase 4 tier list video. I had so much fun making it. And I really enjoyed it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and take care. Bye.